Hello everyone. There are remarkable examples of those behind best from waste not just in India but in several other countries. Like a Hawthorne poet, Roth Martin, and Nzambe Matee. So friends, today I will tell you the commendable story of Nzambe Matee, which is indeed inspiring. Who doesn't like a comfortable life? And in order to be comfortable, we end up buying several things and accumulate them. And when they wear out, we are even quick to throw them away. We then buy new and better things to replace them, no matter what. But there should be no compromise on a good living. And this is how every person makes a comfort zone to ensure he or she has a happy living. No problem. But there are people who even opt for work or friends only depending on their comfort zone. They only think about themselves and they only take up the amount of work which is simple and comfortable for them to do. But one needs to come out of the comfort zone in order to achieve something bigger in life. And one needs to think about others and not just think about ourselves. And the story that I'm going to narrate to you is basically originates in a beautiful city called Nairobi in Kenya. In the year 2017, when a girl of around 24-25 years of age quits her fulfilling job as a data analyst, which was secured and comfortable in Kenya's oil industry, because Matee was interested in material science. And that is why she always knew one fact about every material, even if it was as harmful as plastic, that every material has very high potential in itself. Matee strongly believed that the plastic is a kind of material which no one has an in-depth knowledge about. Neither was it used in a right and apt manner before. And the plastic, after use, could be so dangerous and harmful was a key concern for Nzambi Matee, and she kept thinking about it. She wanted to do something in order to resolve this critical issue, and that is why she quit her job to achieve this goal. And she decided that she will invent a machine which would convert useless plastic into strong bricks and pavers for better utility purposes. After quitting her job, Matee sets up a small laboratory in the backyard of her mother's home to take a step ahead. And before she could work on the machine, she worked on testing the combination of plastic and sand. Matee put her social life on hold for a year to achieve this challenging goal. Not only this, she also invested all her savings in order to succeed in her challenging project. Matee was so focused that she was completely cut off from everyone. Even her friends started getting concerned about her. Girls and boys of her age were busy chilling, partying, and traveling with their friends. And if they didn't step out of the house for a couple of days, they would start feeling sick and low. But Matee was so different that she had locked herself in her lab to focus on her goal. In her small laboratory at the backyard, Matee would always keep testing the combination of plastic and sand, which could be used to make strong bricks and pavers. But this process took several days to complete. Any other person in Matee's place would have suffered from high blood pressure. Because having tremendous patience for youngsters for several days in the current age is quite difficult. If they fail to get the desired result in few days, then they give up the work and take up an alternate and simpler work. But Matee kept lot of patience and she kept focusing on achievement of her goal. Finally, the day arrived when Matee was successful in making the required formula, after which she could convert plastic waste into pavement blocks for better utility. After this experiment, she required a machine for further progress, which could make pavers or blocks from the mixture. After making several attempts, finally she got sponsorship for material study in a reputed university. And this is how, after facing several challenges, Matee was successful in making her first prototype machine. Matee was very happy. She was finally receiving a return on her investment of efforts, time, energy, and sacrifice. Initially, like several others, even Matee waited for some time for the government to take required action to resolve the critical issue of plastic waste and huge pollution generated by it. And government even did that. But according to Matee, the action taken were not adequate. And when Nzambe Matee lost her patience, so she herself made a prototype machine and set up a small factory called Jijenge Makers. And she became the company's founder, Messrs. Nzambe Matte, wherein the plastic waste of other packaging companies is used to make beds from the waste pavers, which are 5 times stronger than the concrete pavers and are economical too. In addition, Matte's factory was also generating employment opportunities. Imagine, this transformation made Matee so thrilled, and all this was possible because Matee never wasted her time and was always focused. That's why her efforts led to creation of best from the waste. You must be thinking that how did Matee achieve all her goals with so much ease? I'm sure this journey definitely would not have been easy at all. Even Matee would have struggled a lot to achieve. But all this was possible because Matee had recognized the potential of strong, comprehensive quality of plastic. And she kept working hard in order to make pavers from the plastic waste in the right manner. And this is the reason that Matee's factory makes thousands of beds from the waste pavers every day. And till date, 20,000 metric tons of plastic waste have been recycled by her. At the first step, plastic waste reaches her factory, which is impossible for further processing. Such plastic cannot be recycled in any other manner or method for better utility. But this plastic, which is not of any other use, becomes one of the main source for Matee's factory and business. And she makes the best product from the plastic waste received. Today, plastic is not a critical issue for Kenya but also for several other countries across the globe. Nzambe Matte realized this fact when Nairobi solely generates around 500 metric tons of plastic waste every day due to heavy consumption of plastic. Then how much would Kenya and the entire continent generate plastic waste, leading to pollution crisis? And if you want to know the statistics of the world, then you would be shocked to know the ugly reality. That's why Matte wants to expand her factories in every corner of the world to resolve this, so that huge negative impact could be brought down and one could make economical and strong block or pavers from the plastic waste. It is due to the people like Matte that thousands of people across the countries like Kenya have been able to use plastic in an unrestricted manner. Imagine, if the world did not have alert people like her, then we would have been forced to use many things of our choice. But people like Matte, who think about others and not just about themselves, come to the rescue to help the nation and other countries across the globe. Be inspired by Nzambe Matee's courageous story and be as creative as you can and try and search as many ways of achieving your goals. This would help you to reuse waste and create something new and best out of it. Thank you.